Episode 3: Legacy and Consequences. The legacy of basic channel, chain reaction, and the wider circle of Berlin's early techno innovators extends far beyond a set of influential records. It represents a shift in how electronic music is created, understood, and experienced. In this episode, we explore how their work shaped entire genres, influenced sound design, and paved the way for new forms of artistic expression, from dub techno to modern software-based production. Basic Channel's approach to anonymity and anti-marketing created a blueprint for artistic purity. By refusing interviews, avoiding press photos, and stripping their releases of unnecessary information, they shifted the spotlight entirely onto the sound. This decision challenged the industry's growing obsession with identity and branding, and reminded listeners that music could still be mysterious, elusive, and purely experiential. Their sonic innovations, the use of saturated tape delay, cavernous reverbs, filtered chords, and endlessly evolving textures, became the foundation for what would later be called dub techno. Countless artists and labels would draw from this minimalism and spaciousness: deep chord, echo space, Fluxion, Porter Ricks, and many others. Even outside of techno, the influence reached experimental ambient, sound art, and certain branches of minimal composition. The legacy continues through those who worked alongside Basic Channel. One of the most important figures in this next chapter is Robert Henke, also known as Monolake. His early connection with Moritz von Oswald and Mark Ernestus helped shape both his career and the technical evolution of Berlin electronic music. Henke's perspective on post-wall Berlin highlights the unique conditions that allowed the scene to flourish. Living in abandoned East German buildings, surrounded by a legal vacuum and cheap industrial spaces, artists were free to experiment without commercial pressure. Clubs like Treasure could emerge practically overnight, powered by raw enthusiasm and an unprecedented sense of freedom. This atmosphere shaped not only the sound of techno, but also the values behind it: independence, experimentation, and a defiant rejection of mainstream structures. Henke's work in the Basic Channel mastering studio deepened his connection to sound engineering. Cutting vinyl on the Neumann VMS-70 taught him how drastically music could change between tape, digital files, and physical media. This experience pushed him toward precision in sound design, clarity in production, and a deeper understanding of how frequencies behave in the real world. At the same time, Henke and Gerhard Bayless began developing their own tools using Macs, creating custom sequencers and performance systems that did not exist anywhere else. These early experiments became the foundation for a profound transformation in music production: the birth of Ableton Live. What began as a tool for a niche of techno heads who don't know music theory but just want to create, quickly became one of the most influential pieces of music software ever made. Ableton Live changed everything. Timing became tighter, workflow became faster, and producers were suddenly able to work on multiple tracks simultaneously without losing focus. The software bridged the gap between studio production and live performance, making electronic music more expressive and flexible than ever before. even Hans Zimmer approached them at NAMM. Henke and his partners realized they had built something far beyond a niche tool. This technological leap echoes the earlier achievements of Basic Channel. Both movements, the dub techno aesthetic and Ableton's design philosophy, share the same underlying idea. Remove the unnecessary, embrace clarity, and make room for creativity to unfold. Today, Robert Henke continues to explore the intersection of sound, light, and technology through large-scale audiovisual works like Lumiere. His trajectory reflects the broader legacy of the Berlin scene: curiosity, independence, and a willingness to reinvent the tools needed for artistic expression. Looking toward the future, Henke sees artificial intelligence as the next major transformation in music. Much like Ableton reshaped the landscape 2 decades ago, AI introduces a new set of creative possibilities, but also demands time for artists to internalize and personalize the technology. He believes that once the novelty fades and the tools become invisible, we will hear something truly exciting. The story that began with underground vinyl, dimly lit rooms, and experimental machines now extends into software, performance systems, and algorithmic creativity. The legacy of Basic Channel, Chain Reaction, and their collaborators is not confined to the past. It continues to evolve in studios, clubs, and code, shaping the sound of the future in ways that remain as subtle, mysterious, and powerful as the music itself.